Hi, and welcome to NANNcast. I'm Jill, your host. After the many challenges we have faced this past year, it's time to get recharged. At NANN's virtual conference, rejuvenate that tired mind and soul, connect with peers all over the world, and renew your passion for neonatal nursing. What exciting education and experiences can we expect at this year's conference? NANN's committee conference members, Kristin and Becky, are here today to discuss with us the details. Let's get right into it. Hi, ladies. Thank you for joining us today.
Hi, everyone. This is Becky Buchholz. I am co-chair of this year's NANN conference. I'm a neonatal nurse practitioner at Children's Wisconsin, and I'm so excited to be talking about our upcoming second virtual NANN conference. I have with me Kristin Howard, who is chair-elect of the conference.
Hi, everyone. I'm Kristin Howard. I am the chair-elect of this year's 37th annual virtual conference. I am a neonatal nurse practitioner at Children's Hospital Colorado. We're going to start this year's conference off with the APRN Summit on September 13th in the morning. We are going to start with Dr. Stacy Dawson, who will be talking to us about Indigenous populations and healthcare disparities. So Dr. Dawson will be followed by the chair of the NANNP Council, who is Bobby Bellflower, and she'll be talking about foundational documents for advanced practice registered nurses. And we'll end with Linda McCarney and her team from Children's Colorado sharing their presentation about their accredited fellowship program for new graduate NMPs, the Transition to Practice program for new graduate neonatal nurse practitioners. I think it's going to be we have a great lineup, and we'll be thrilled to have you all join us.
So we heard of all of the amazing speakers for the APRN Summit, but what can we expect for the actual virtual conference?
So this upcoming conference, we took all of your suggestions on how to optimize our virtual conference this year. I know we had a great turnout last year with our virtual conference, and we're hoping for an even better turnout this year. So this year, our general sessions will be live streamed. So this gives the opportunity to really feel like you're at conference listening to a live dynamic speaker. You'll also have the opportunity to ask questions and have the speaker answer those questions just like you would at a live conference. There will be moderators for each conference session, and they will help facilitate the question and answer periods. So for the opening general session, we are welcoming Dr. Michael Narvey. He is from Canada, and he is a neonatologist and social media provider of medical information in the field of neonatology. And he's kind of doing a NICU Mythbusters session about what's new in neonatology and where are we headed. Then for the second general session, we have a really hot topic of COVID-19 in pregnant women and neonates. Dr. Pablo Sanchez will be talking to us about what we know about the epidemiology and how to treat and prevent COVID-19 in pregnant women. And then finally, in our closing general session, we'll have Carolyn Jones, who's an author and filmmaker behind the American Nurse Project and Defining Hope. She will be talking, in case of emergency, a filmmaker witnesses our world. And so these will all be live streamed and will be great sessions to attend. During our concurrent sessions, we will continue to have 4 different tracks that people can attend, one being Children's Hospital track, one being Educators and Leaders track, one being APRN track, and the final being the bedside or clinical nurse track. And one session from each concurrent session will also be live streamed, so you can really feel that you're attending a live conference.
Will all of the general sessions be recorded so we can listen to them later?
Yes.
If we can't attend live?
Yes, just like last year, all of them will be recorded, and then you'll be able to review them on demand up until a certain point, and you can obtain CEUs for all of those sessions.
Becky, what are the other hot topics that we would expect to hear about during the conference?
I'm really excited for several of our sessions. I know a couple years ago we had a talk about marijuana and breastfeeding. And so we do have another session now that several states are legalizing marijuana. And so we have a session on Monday talking about marijuana, breastfeeding, and the use of human milk. And that will be an interesting session on the updates that we've seen since then.
I know that's a hot topic in every NICU across the country.
Yeah.
Very controversial, so perfect.
And that day we also have talking about patent ductus arteriosus and what is our current evidence-based practice and where do we go from here with the PDA. And then on Tuesday, we have our COVID-19 late-breaking general session. But in terms of the concurrent sessions, on Tuesday, we have a session called I Just Don't Want to Say the Wrong Thing, Caring for the Unique Family with Confidence. And I think this will be a really interesting session to attend, especially for bedside or clinical nurses or any other kind of care provider, in order to really have competence and understanding in how to deal with unique family situations. We also have pathophysiology and pharmacology of hyper and hypotension in the neonate, which will be really interesting to attend.
It seems like there's a really good mix of, family education for ourselves as nurses, education for APRNs. It really covers a lot of different topics and really hits those hot topics and those things that everybody sits around and talks about on their unit, like what should we do for this or what are they doing? How are we handling PDAs? How are we handling, hypotension and the things that you discussed? So, hopefully attending this will help answer some of those burning questions that we all have.
Right. And I think, one of the other really important hot topics is racial disparities, not only in our outcomes of our babies, but also diversity in neonatal nursing. How do we create a diverse care provider team? And so there's also a session on that by Tasha Harris, and that will be really interesting and important to attend.
That is so important to include, to raise awareness of diversity, equity, and inclusion in not only the babies we care for, but also in the profession as well. So unfortunately, we can't all be together in person, and it'll be virtual again this year. But what are ways that we can stay socially connected while being virtual during this conference? What things does NANN have set up so we can get the most out of being at a virtual conference?
So, of course, everybody would rather be able to do our conference in person, but I think we learned a lot last year, and our conference went really well and have some great ideas to help people feel connected to each other and feel like they actually are getting a conference experience. So that we have some new software with a functionality that's going to allow attendees to connect with each other and network, as well as some of the activities that we usually have at the live conference, we've adapted to be able to do in the virtual conference. So the crossword and password program that when completed, there's prizes to win. There's going to be a Neonatal Nurses Week photo contest. So I know we normally do the photo contest of NICU patients. This one's going to be of our NICU staff, so our nurses, our nurse practitioners, our RTs, our docs. So there's a prize, a contest to win if you send in pictures of your team, or even just yourself if you're attending the conference virtually isolated by yourself. We have the Wake Up with NANN yoga and Pilates session that can be live or done on demand. If you, with the time changes, it makes it very early for some people, so that can also be available on demand. There's going to be a welcome reception and happy hour with networking tables and a mixologist to help everyone find their perfect NANN conference cocktail, whether it's a mocktail or a cocktail. There's going to be salsa and cha-cha dancing lessons. Art therapy class. There's going to be a NANN trivia night. There's going to be an opportunity for people to do virtual professional headshots. That's free for all attendees. which is awesome, especially if it's not offered at your hospital, or if you
hate your original headshot that you have.
Yeah, mine is.
So you can just get a new one.
Yeah, but it's so old. Or if you're, our hospital offers them, but you have to do it during very specific hours. If you're not able to make that, you have a day where you're at home, you have time to maybe, get everything. I certainly wouldn't wear my hair the way I'd wanted in a picture while I'm working in the unit.
Yeah.
There'll also be the real-time updates in the NANN conference app. So if there's any changes or updates they want to share with you, trying to keep everybody on the same page and updated in real time, so you don't feel like you're finding out things after the fact. But I think it'll be a great way to make people feel like they're still getting the conference experience, even though we can't be together in person. And there'll still be the contests and drawings, which everybody loves at the live conference. So I think we took away a lot of feedback from last year, which I thought went really well. It was my first virtual conference, and I was pleasantly surprised. So I think this one will be even better, and I encourage people to take advantage of the opportunities that'll be there.
It's amazing how much NANN has been able to transcribe from a real in-person conference into this virtual conference, because it's basically everything we would do if we were all together in Denver, but it's across our computers. So and that's the way the future is. I think we're going to be really connected that way instead of in person. So,
and I think as much as we all want to be together, I think people are getting more comfortable with the virtual format and getting more used to it. So as much as I'd want to see everybody, I'd love to have everybody here in Denver with us, I think it's going to be a great conference, and I'm really looking forward to it.
So I think one of the important aspects about attending a live conference is the networking that you get between attendees. And so one of the important ways that we've tried to do this virtually is through different opportunities and different sessions. So there's morning coffee chats with ANC Journal Coffee Chat. You can attend the special interest group or the SIGs groups in order to network. There's the discharge transition SIG, management, NNP faculty, research, surgical, neonate SIG, different discussion forums so that you can network with other nurses or nurse practitioners. You can also network within the different breaks and at the welcome receptions and during the yoga and Pilates. So there's multiple ways that people can network. I encourage everyone to make sure that their profile is up to date within the virtual platform and the app so that you can connect with other people, and make sure you are commenting or asking questions during the sessions so that people can see your name and connect with you that way.
We really tried to find a place for everyone's niche, so they have a place they can connect with their specific interest group.
That's great. So it's, you can find people that might be, experts or interested in something that you're interested in. And let's see, how are you doing something in your NICU, and you can really network, and hopefully maybe you can start a research project together and investigate it further, because it's just like the power of connecting and networking and how we can all join together and, help improve outcomes. And, this conference is there to ignite us, and I think NANN has a great lineup set up. And, hasn't missed that networking feel to it. And, we can really hit everybody's interests.
Exactly. I'm really excited for this conference. I think it's going to be a great conference, even better than last year. And I hope to see so many people virtually sign up for this conference.
So if we want to sign up, how would we go about signing up for the conference? So
you can go to the NANN webpage, and you can go to the annual conference site on NANN, and you can register online. You can also submit a paper form. So there's multiple ways that you can register. If you can get a group of 5 people together, you can get a discount for a multiple member registration. So there's lots of different ways that you can register.
It's more than just a virtual conference, so definitely give it a shot. We'd love to have you there. Becky and I will be moderating throughout the conference, and we'd love to see everybody there.
So thank you guys for, giving us some insider information on the conference and what to expect. So I hope I see all of you guys virtual in these networking chat rooms. So thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Don't miss out on new virtual ways to connect with your nursing peers while receiving the latest education on hot topics. Secure your spot today at nann.org/conference. Thanks for letting us into your ears. Have a great day.